Jesus freak here. Now, a big reason why there's so many different churches is that many of these churches, you know, we all have what we call our hills to die on. And one church's doubtful disputation is going to be another's hill to die on. So, someone asked on YouTube if people considered liturgical differences to be a breaker problem. And I said no, because it's just tradition. And someone shot back at me, just tradition? And came back with some words about Paul talking about tradition. And I'm like, yeah, Paul might have said some good things about tradition. But if you're going to put tradition on that much of a pedestal, you're being pharisaical. And I mean that in the most literal sense. Because when mere tradition was elevated by the Pharisees to the same level as Scripture, which Orthodox Jews, as they call themselves, still do this. Jesus cited Isaiah 29 at them, particularly Isaiah 29:13. When he said, these people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips they honor me, but they have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. And of course, this verse goes on with another quote that you find elsewhere, I believe in the Pauline epistles. I think it's even 1 Corinthians. He says, as therefore, behold, I proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, a marvelous work and a wonder. The wisdom of their wise shall perish, the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. And this was because people were elevating their traditions to the level of Scripture. Traditions can be a good thing. I follow a set liturgy. Some elements of this liturgy go back to the 6th century or possibly earlier. It's just a tradition, and that's all I see it as. If I were to have a theological issue with it, if I figured, what this tradition says and what this scripture says don't jive, I criticize the Church of Rome for this all the time. Because tradition is not equal to or on the same level as Scripture, and should never be treated that way. Jesus freak out.